1, 2, 3. We will start in 1 minute. Alright, so I will start for today's topic is regarding compression. And let's see here, Zelko asks, M15 missed a trade over here, and he did go instant after bearish engulfing. Okay, so if I was Zelko, I will also miss the trade actually. This is a trade over here, and taking this decision and miss. But if we take the first key level, which is here, look, you got a first key level there, resistance, okay, and if you take it here, you will get an entry there, right? So sometimes you will also need to get back to the basic just to get the entry. All right. All right, so we go through compression. Alright, so compression is a type of price action that compress price like a spring. So compression comes in many forms. Some comes in a form of trending, some come in a form of staircase, and some in a narrowing triangle shape. But there is similar pattern created by price, which is the price will spike in an opposite direction to clear the order while moving toward the true supply and demand zone. For example, compression by setup will have shadow spikes to the north while making south, and for compression sell there will be a shadow spike south while moving north. So if the compression is like this, so when it moves toward the north or going up, and it will keep spiking like this. It will give shadow spike like that, shadow spike like that, shadow spike like that, shadow spikes. So this shadow spike is clearing pocket demand here. So the demand will be empty, and over here price is moving towards supply or maximum pain level, and then it will drop. All right. So compression most likely look something like this. It's like a compressed price, compress, and then it touch the entry, and then down it go. All right. So compression is like this. It's like a spring, and then in just one moment, you get a very big candle like this. Why? So I will explain it here. Action phenomena. Compression theory. Sound a little bit more better. Alright, so this is compression theory. and you will have something like this. For example, on the left you have a QM. Right. Okay, so over here you will have something like this. One. Okay, so over here you will have a demand, a drop, base, rally. Okay, so over here you will have demand. Okay, and then price will shoot down, and then price will shoot down here, and then move up. So it moving up while emptying this demand. Okay, so over here demand clear, DC. All right, and then what we have here is another demand, a drop, base, rally. So it will be something like this. And then what price do? Oh, sorry. Price spike here. And then moving up. So over here, demand already clear, DC. Demand clear, okay? Because this is the demand. And then this shadow will clear the demand, okay? I will note down here. Shadow spikes to demand to clear the pocket of order in demand. Right, so this is the function of shadow spikes while moving north. Okay. For example, this is the place where you want to go. This is our MPL, for example. And over here, price did the same thing. Oh. You do some, oh man, something like this. Oh, I need to draw this first. Okay, it's a drop base rally. Okay, and then it take another order here, and then it move up. So over here, demand clear, DC, and we will have a demand here. Okay, and price will shoot up here, taking this order and move up. And then what we have is another drop base rally. Okay, so over here also DC, demand clear. And then price will do something like this. Okay. And then keep moving up. Alright. Until it reach this level. Okay, so over here DC. Alright. So first you need to take this last order. You got the last order here. Still not clear. Okay. So price will do something like this. It will engulf this. Then maybe it go to this QM. Okay. So over here, all the demand has clear. The order of supply. And over here also DC, demand clear. Okay, so what happened if there is no demand and huge supply? So for example, you have many what okay, you have too many example I want to choose. You have too many fish in the market. Everyone is selling fish, and or big order of supply, but there is no demand for fish. For example, at that moment, people are searching for meat or searching for chicken. Okay, so there is no demand for fish. So, what will happen to price? The price will drop dramatically. Okay, so the price will drop by extreme measure. For example, the price of a fish would be like $10 per kilo. And then suddenly, because there is no demand and there is a lot of fish in the market, so the price will drop. Okay, so in term of here, you see on the right corner here, this is all the price. So when there is a compression over here, this is the compression. Compression is actually the place where the demand is clear. Compression or clearing the demand. Okay, so this is compression. So what happened to price? Price will drop because there is a big supply, and this is a compression, and then price will drop like this. Just one big candle like this because the demand already been clear here. There is no demand already here. Okay, so price will drop like that. Okay, so this is compression theory. So let's see if we can find one here. Yes, there is one here. Even on M1. Then UJH4. Let's see if you can find some good compression. This is compression for buy. Okay, we'll be searching that later. One for sell. Oh, to draw example, right? This is a good one, but I want to remove this. This is one example. So we have demand here, and we have shadow spike there. And there is your demand. It's not clear yet. That's why price return back here. Then price do something like that. Okay. And then it touch it clearing the demand. Over here also. It's clearing the demand. Over here also. One, two. Okay, and then you look to the left. Can you find any trades here? So you will find over here. Is your trade, for example, over here. And this is the MPL of your trade. Alright. So demand over here. You will have order. Still have order. And it is clear here. Okay. And then it move up before it can continue finishing this. Right. So this is, no, I think I need to draw it in this one. Okay, so this is SRT. Okay. So you can save this. Save as picture. And let's find more. This is a different type. It's okay. Over here. It's over here. And it takes this one. Okay. So it start over here. One, two, three. Okay, so that's it. And you can do something like this. This is compression. Compression or CP buy. Also do CP buy. Put CP sell. This is CP sell. And then this is shadow spiking, clearing demand. And this is your QMD. And you got entry there. And price easily come down. All right. So usually for this level, best compression is at below best compression is below 45 degree angle. Okay. This is stated by Mr. Mansur Safari. Okay. So the best compression is below 45 degree angle. All right. So one way for you to calculate the angle is by, all right, you can right click here, customize. All right. And then find trend line by angle, double click, close. Okay, one way for you to check is using this trend line by angle. All right, so you can check. So this one is 38, 39 degree. Okay, so you can note down here. It is 39 degree. Or CP 39D. Okay, so CP 39D, CP cell. All right, delete compression 39 degree. Right, this one I need to change color. You can change to supply color or reddish color. All right, so you can also save to it. And you can also mark this one. So this one, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so over here not clear yet. Okay, so this one I think is more than 45. It's 55, but the compression still work. If you go to lower time frame, you can see it will be less than 45. Where is it? Right. So if you go to lower time frame, you can see the compression is only 37. Okay, 37 degree, and the entry will be at SRF. Okay, so the entry can be a SRF also. SRF. All right. So there is few examples. So let's proceed. So this one also an example. So you can also have from resistance level it reacted to. Okay, so there is a shadow spiking, shadow spike, shadow spike, shadow spike. And the price spiking south in order to clear the pocket demand, in the same time moving toward the supply. No demand plus big supply, price go really cheap. Okay, price drop because there is a lot of fish in the market and there is no demand, so price drop. Same thing, this is supply zone, and then price spiking south while moving north. So when there is no demand here and it reach a big supply here, price will drop. All right. Over here also spiking, and reach the supply and price will drop. All right. So you get a lot of pips in just 1 hour. So this is H1 candle. All right. So this is compression. The first compression theory introduced by Redsword 11. So he said that as an analogy of space and time concept, space and time are woven together into a fabric of our existence. So often I enter trades based on compression because compression is truly a leading indicator. It's clearing demand or supply to turn before the zone is reached. Therefore, it's already told us it's going to turn. Otherwise, it wouldn't compress itself. This implies price think ahead of time. Do you understand this? Which means, for example, like this. Maybe this one happened before the news. Okay, so over here, price want to turn at this SRF during the news. Okay, but if it just go like that, it cannot respect the time because, for example, this is 8:30 p.m. The news is on 8:30, but now it's still in 12 afternoon. Okay, in the afternoon. So price will compress itself, and wait for the time of the news. It spike and then do its work. Okay, so it need to take this order first before it going down, but before that it need to touch here at a very right moment, which is the news or some world event or anything. Okay, so pricing ahead of time. No other explanation can be given for this type of price action, or at least no trader have ever been able to come to any other conclusion which with charting, with proof to prove it otherwise. I recently entered a UJ trade based on compression, not knowing the news was just around the corner as I pay no attention to that bullshit. Okay, and the beach dropped like a hot break, but compression was there before the news. Look, compression was there before the news. All right. So the chart above, so he shares some chart, I think. So I have posted a few times in the past the supply cluster on the left when tested. Amazingly, some news or world event caused the dollar to weaken. The only conclusion I can come to is the same as yours. It does seem like the chart have the future goes in or already mapped in ahead of current time. So the chart, some of us believe it's all a manipulation and it already been mapped in ahead of time. They already know where price will turn, and compression can tell us regarding what is their next move. So not one for charts, but it's truly is profound how world event occur to match the zone. March 2011, that's why 11. All right. So compression in a simple word is the process of clearing the buyer and seller order in preparation for news or world event. that will make drastic candle movement, as we can see during the NFP or FOMC. So price compressed toward the true zone, but price will not continue straight away to that price level. Instead, the price seems to slow down its movement toward the zone until an event or news happen or goes into effect. Then price will spike into MPL of the zone, the maximum pain level, and make a big jump or drop. Compression sometimes come in a shape that looks like an uptrend bias with the establishment of higher high and higher low. Suddenly a big sell order comes in and wipe out all the majority of buyer and cause them to be trapped in a negative float or stop out or even margin call. Alright, so this one is before Trump. Donald Trump become the US president. Okay, you got the MPL here. This is the SR support, and this is the MPL. Alright, you got the SR flip there. So this is entirely a QM. This is a QM level. Alright. And then on the approach, we have compression here just before the news or just before the election. So we already know that price that dollar gonna weaken, dollar gonna be strong here. USD over here, price drop, but it will weaken for a moment. At the very chaos when they want to announce the election, and then when Trump become president, the USD become strong again, like this. You can see in the chart. So compression is here, just before the news. All right. All right. That's it for compression. So for assignment, you need to draw something like this. So I will show you more example. 15. So you can choose any types of entry out here, whether it an SRD or SRF, RBS, any kinds of entry that you like to choose. All right. So over here is your first demand. Do we have good here? Over here is 51. Okay, so if it's not 45 degree, just drop your time frame. I want it less than 45 degree. All right, over here. Can we see the entry? All right. Okay, so over here, 1, 2. Okay, here. And then we have a lot of hole here. So if it does not clearing any, just draw something like this. Okay. And then draw something like this. Right, if it does not clear, draw something like that. If it's already cleared, draw an empty box. This one is gonna be this color because it still has order in it. Alright, so let's see. It is 43 degree. Alright, really. Okay, so over here the compression is compression 43 degree. OCP 43D, 43 degree. Okay, and this is the QM decision or the SR decision. SRD I save to 9. Then let's find for buy. This buy looks good. Can we take this one? Do we have an entry? No. Let's find the one that we can have an entry. M15. There is a lot of compression, but later we'll be learning the types of compression. Today we just learning the theory, the shadow spikes. Okay. Can we have this one? Sure. Yeah. And 5. We have a decision there. It's okay. Might be just taking that decision. But it's not a very good reaction. I want something just, it's like flew to the air, something like that. That's fine. This looks good. Right. So the decision is on this one. So you can also take a swap zone. Any kind of entry. But for this assignment, the most important one I want to see is the compression, the boxes for compression. This is RBS. So this is the swap zone. Okay, so we'll be marking from here. 1. Okay. And then 2 over here. Right, and then you will have a fresh one here. Just a normal one. Then over here. You see that small shadow spike to there. Okay, and then we have over here. And then you will have that shadow more over here. And you will have this one that clearing the order. And then after this one, you will have 1, 2. So there is 2 time it clearing the order. And this one is also clearing the order. And this one, is there any spike? No, so we'll mark this in pink color. So there is still a supply here. Okay. And also over here might be a supply. No. Over here. This drop, base drop. And over here also. So the compression is how many degrees? So let's mark something like this. You can take over here. Over here. Just take the majority. Okay. You can start from here or you can start from here. It's okay. So let's calculate. So about 30, 30, 360. So one rotation is 360 minus by 360. This is 30 degree. And this is how many degree I cannot see. All right, over there. Okay, so 360 minus 330 will be about 30 degree. Okay. So this is CP by 30 degree. CP by 30D. Yes. So this we have one question. So can we change to line chart to check the angle? Yes, we can also change to line chart just to check the angle. Can also change to line chart. So okay, we just want some. It's like briefly only, just not too precise, but just to see whether it is in the range of 45 degree. Okay, because the best one will be in 45 degree. So if you have compression 45 degree in daily, I think you can see in GJ daily, right? So let's see how many degree is this. This is 26. So if you have a degree in daily, so you will expect a drop, a really large drop, about 2000 pips here. Okay, so you can expect a very huge drop here. All right, because it is really narrow like this. All right. All right. UJ. Okay. So change it to candlestick. Save as picture. 230. Right, so let's open Facebook to post in the homework. For for newcomer, you can send in homework in the comment. You can see how how your seniors send in their homework, so you can follow. So compression theory. Any kind SOP standards of procedure to send in the homework. One must have entry of any types. You can be QM, HNS, or no, HNS, no, QM, HNS, SRF, swap zone, oh, anything. Okay, must have entry and must draw empty box for demand or supply that had been visited. Must draw box with color for demand or supply that are still fresh. Must mention the angle of the compression buy or sell. I think so that's it. And comment CP sell, reply CP buy. So let's put in the homework. So we be screenshot this. Right, so you can post in your homework. So I will check for you the homework. Right, so this is the basic compression. Later we'll be learning about the types of compression. We have a few types of compression, staircase, finishing triangle. All right, so is there any question? I see there is only one viewer. So if there is no more question, you can send in the homework. So thank you for watching and have a good day. Thank you. See you on next session.